Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us for today's CITI program webinar. Today's topic is Advanced Research Directives, Tools for Supporting People Who Lack Decision-Making Capacity. It's presented by Dr. Nola Rees. Nola Rees is a professor with the Faculty of Law, University of Technology, Sydney, Australia, and director of the UTS Law, Health, Justice Research Centre. She's a legal and social science researcher with expertise in law, health and aging, legal aspects of health system reform, and the ethical and legal governance of health research. Professor Rees has over 100 publications, including nearly 80 peer-reviewed journal articles and 25 book chapters. She has served as an advisor to National Research Ethics Councils and as an ethics committee member. She is qualified as a lawyer in Australia and Canada.
I have a long-standing interest in the ethical and legal governance of research. And in particular, I have a focus on practices that can address the historical under-inclusion in research for older people generally, but especially people who live with dementia or other neurocognitive conditions. Inclusive research is necessary to build the evidence base for safe and quality care, but there are well-known barriers to research participation, particularly for people who may experience changes in their cognitive abilities and their capacity to give their own consent to take part in research studies. If a person is not able to give their own consent, there are often ethical and legal requirements to seek agreement from an authorized decision maker for that person. That decision maker may not be well prepared to make decisions about research participation. For example, they may not know the individual's preferences in relation to research. Less than 10% of people report having discussions about research participation with their family members or others in the context of preparing for future decision-making, which often focuses more on healthcare decisions rather than decisions about taking part in research studies. Gatekeepers such as ethics committees or facility managers or clinicians can also be a barrier that excludes people living with dementia or other conditions from taking part in research. And again, that can be linked to concerns of those so-called gatekeepers of not knowing the wishes of a person as to whether they would like to be part of research studies. So this is where the idea of advanced planning for research participation could help to address some of those barriers. So this slide provides a definition of the concept of advanced planning for research. So it is a process, a multi-step process where people would consider their values and wishes in relation to research. People may then choose to document their preferences in an advanced research directive or an ARD. And as part of this process, people may also choose trusted people to be their supporter, to support them in making decisions about being involved in research, or to step in as a substitute or proxy decision maker for them in the future, should they not have the capacity to make decisions themselves in the future.
I'd like to invite everyone to review our content offerings regularly, as we are continually adding new courses and webinars in various areas of research, ethics, compliance, and professional development.